Welcome back to Crystal Clear IRL on the Roundtable. I'm AwestruckVox.
I'm RetroNemo.
Say it with me, everyone.
Tom.
Jim.
And each and every week we gather here at this roundtable to discuss your fan theories. This is a show all about you guys, the community, because we love you. And a way we do that is communicating through the Stardust app. Stardust is an app where you can share reactions to movies, television shows, trailers. It's basically all the nerdy stuff you see on your Facebook feed with all the politics and, oh, my taxes, or, oh, I ate this bowl of cereal this morning. We use this to react to Steven Universe, and each and every week we ask you to leave your reaction and theory towards a certain episode. This week is Monster Reunion. And let's just dive right into it.
I believe in Monster Reunion, it gave us a hint to what White Diamond's ability might be. I think White Diamond's abilities, or at least part of it, has to do with sound. Because if you look at when Centipeetle is doing the sound, she colors it with a white crown. And she might also have had a part in making the Wailing Stones, because if you look in Gem Hunt, there's a giant Wailing Stone behind them when they first warp in. Who would need one that big? Just saying.
Who would need one that big?
Just saying.
I think you're onto something, Willow. I never really thought of White Diamond with sound before, but it makes sense because, Steven kind of questions if the Corruption Light was also a song. Someone, one of the gems had to learn about sound, but Peridot didn't know what a song was, but the Diamonds clearly do know what songs are because they sing songs.
How does Peridot not know what a song is, but the Diamonds know what a song is?
They didn't have email. I think that when everything's revealed about White Diamond finally, and then we go back and do a rewatch of the series, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like any good series, you watch, you pick up 10 times more things you did the first 5 times around.
So you might be onto something.
Yeah, thank you for a reaction.
Okay, after rewatching this episode, I do have my own little theory about the corruption of all the gems on the planet besides the crystal gems. Now, Pearl says that the attack that Centipeetle drew of the diamonds is what led to the corruption of the gems. So, what if this attack is the diamond's last resort? They have no other way. So they pull a retreat order to get all the gems off the planet. Unfortunately, some don't make out, but they say, oh well. And then they have this attack so that the rebels and anyone else can never attack or rebel again. I do constantly want to find out what gem Centipeetle is. Is it maybe a nephrite that the show keeps on hinting at, especially with the dropships and invasions? So she very well could be a nephrite. That would be awesome to find out. As far as what a real-world equivalent gem, I don't know if the show follows a lot of real-world equivalents, but when researching the design on her gem, she does look a lot like a trebuchet emerald, or possibly even a jade. So
they do follow the real world stuff because Zach Callison even said when they had the Make-A-Wish kid in for the guest spot, they opened up a resource of all these real life gems that she could choose from for a character.
So after your first one, the corruption attack being the last resort, I do think that's spot on because they pulled out all their soldiers at the end of the war right before the corruption bomb dropped. Now all the Hormones were able to get off, so that was definitely their last resort. We're ending the war, we're leaving. One last present, in the present, everyone turning to mindless animals. As for Centipeetle being a nephrite or an emerald, something interesting actually is in Lars of the Stars, when Emerald's introduced on screen for the first time, the musical note that plays is the exact same instrument as Centipeetle's. But I do think Centi is a nephrite, just because they keep alluding to it, and we've seen Emerald, her gemstone doesn't look like Centipeetle's. The same gem can have different cuts.
Yeah. So
I think it's just a matter of time, but I would bet on nephrite, and the reason why they had the same instrument is just because they're related, the same color motif, and maybe emeralds are the top commanders for Centipeetles. We know Hessonite was likely Centipeetle's commander, but that doesn't mean that Emerald could have been Hessonite's commander. But yeah, thank you for a reaction and theory.
Yeah, so I just think that it would have some really interesting implications if corruption was not the only diamond attack, but also kind of the erasure of the memory of Pink Diamond. That has really interesting implications for their pride and Jasper's fate and stuff like that. It's kind of out there, I know, but I think it'd be really cool to play around with.
Well, we do know cryptic gems do lose memory, but as in terms of erasing the memory of Pink Diamond, I mean, all the cryptic gems really were on Earth, so I don't see how any gems that left Homeworld, they also know Pink Diamond. Eyeball knows who Pink Diamond is. Jasper knows who Pink Diamond is. So I would kind of disagree there, but it is an interesting concept, if they could use corruption in the future to erase the memory of Pink Diamond, but at the same time, I feel like they could have possibly done that by now. But we'll see, because I'm sure we'll see more of the corruption light and song explored in present day in the series.
I don't think no matter what they do, they can't fully erase the memory of Pink Diamond. But we'll see as the series goes on.
Centipeetle is a chrysoprase gem. It's just a green quartz gem. She fought in the gem war, so quartz equals soldier. Alternatively, she could be a moss agate, which is a green and white gem. You know, she was the captain of her ship, so it makes sense for her to be a cut above, just like Holly Blue Agate is in charge of amethyst and jaspers. So before I forget, the other thing that I thought of while watching Monster Reunion again is that Centipeetle's superior is almost obviously a hessonite, like the, you know, shape, hair shape, color, gem, everything points to hessonite. Not necessarily the hessonite that we see in the game Save the Light, but a cut of hessonite.
I actually think the commander is Hessonite from Save the Light just because it adds up the most, and unless there are multiple Hessonites on Earth, which is a possibility, she references like how she wasn't able to save all of her crew and she wasn't able to retrieve the light. So I actually do think, yeah, it's a Hessonite, and it's pretty obvious it is, like you said, especially since she has the same gem placement. It's really uncommon for gems to have the exact same placement and be the exact same type of gem. As for your ideas of who Centipeetle could be, I never heard those before, especially the Moss Agate. That's like the first time I'm hearing that. That is a very interesting idea just because it isn't enough, right? That would throw us off our expectations. Though I think the only thing that kind of holds that back is that at the end of Monster Reunion, we see the rest of our crew, and you know, they weren't leaders, but they were still the same type of gem as Centipeetle. They were still the same corrupted monster as Centipeetle. Yeah, I do think whatever Centipeetle ends up being, she's the same kind of gem as her crew. But regardless, thank you, Celestial, for your reaction.
Do you think Hessonite could be in White Diamond's court?
Possibly. I mean, Yellow Diamond gave her the light, so I think that kind of means she is under Yellow's court.
I don't know. I interpreted like the light as being like some sort of clue towards White Diamond, so her having it might be a clue that she is part of White Diamond's court, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I mean, I made a theory that White Diamond created the light, but my interpretation is that she gave it to Yellow just because, like, here's this weapon, give it to a gem you think could use it. And she gave that to Hessonite. Plus, Hessonite has a lot of yellow in her color scheme.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's more like orange.
Regardless, yeah, thank you, Celestial, for your reaction.
So the thing I found interesting about this episode, both the first time viewing it and recapping it again, was the song or sound that the diamonds used to corrupt the rest of the gems on Earth. I personally think this was a last resort effort to destroy the crystal gems.
That sounds like the same thing.
Cluster had been planted in the ground, and they didn't care about any of the other gems that were still stranded on the planet. They just wanted to destroy the crystal gems.
Actually, no, I can turn this on something.
Be done with that. What do you think?
It definitely does kind of rub me the wrong way. It says a lot about the diamonds that they didn't really care that their own soldiers were left on the planet, not just crystal gems, but homeworld gems as well. And you know, I think that can set up some heartbreaking storylines once other homeworld gems find that out. Because corruption is still a mystery amongst homeworld. Jasper didn't know what these corrupted gems are. I'm not sure if Peridot knows exactly what they are, even though she's interacted with them. So it's really ambiguous and just left for the homeworld gems to just kind of figure it out once they're on Earth for themselves.
It's a pretty common war story, though. Like, I wish I remembered the name of the movie, but in my ethics class on the first day, he asked to watch this war movie. And it's like the main plot point was how the general was like telling the lieutenant, like, send as many of your men in as you can just to hold off the enemy, knowing that every single one of them was going to die. And the alternative was like they could retreat and fight another day and possibly make the same amount of progress. But he was like very insistent, like, you know what, if you do this, then I might promote you, I might do something like that for you. And then like his men, 3 of them retreated, and then the rest of them were like lucky enough to get by like unscathed, but those 3 men were put on trial as deserters. And like there was this huge ethical question of like, well, they were set up to basically die, so were they in the wrong for retreating? So it was like this huge thing. So I feel like that's a pretty common trope used in stories about wars, that the commanders don't actually care about the human life that they're putting in to win a war.
I think like definitely it's gonna be really great when we see finally the homeworld interacting with Earth. Like all these gems, like it's like different gem cultures like sort of clashing. I think that'd be like to see like all the differences and like all the stuff they don't know and all the stuff that everyone's gonna find out.
Now we're gonna move on to our next section where we, through the community tab on our channel, read your fan theories. Now I'm sticking to an episode. Next week we'll be talking about Lars's head. So if you have any theories towards Lars or the off colors in that episode, leave them on the Stardust app. Thank you. and let's dive in. This first one comes from Kiwi Bite. Connie may be forced to fight against the gems. Like maybe her parents would get kidnapped and she is blackmailed into fighting, or White Diamond would brainwash her or something. She has diamonds in her eyes when she gets excited, like how Steven has stars. So she has to be connected to the diamond somehow. I actually made a theory about this a while back that, I pointed out how whenever she gets excited, she has diamonds in her eyes. I do think that's foreshadowing. And I said how White Diamond does likely have mind powers. At least that's a popular theory that I heavily agree with. So I do think White Diamond could see potential in manipulating Connie by brainwashing her in order to combat her against Steven. Now, can White Diamond control humans? We don't know.
Well, what if Connie's just a sleeper agent this whole time?
I feel like
her whole family's just a front.
I feel like that'd just be a really dumb plot twist.
I think it'd be the best plot twist. I want that to happen.
That would blow my mind. It probably wouldn't be good, but it would blow my mind.
And she tells her mom to shut up. Like finally, it turns out the mom's under her, like in terms of social ranking.
She's just like, shut up, Garnet, and it turns out it was a whole Garnet the entire time. She's like, I gotta hold this form forever.
She's like, I had to use this toothpick for years, and it's just cracks the sword.
Connie chokes Steven. I think you saw Pink Diamond in that dream of your memories.
Connie is White Diamond.
Oh my god, yes.
You weren't a brown girl the entire time? How you lied to me? Stop. This next one comes from NG Vlog 49. I think Steven will use his powers to go in the mind of Jasper. Seeing how Jasper's voice actor is back, and Jasper would have more information on Pink Diamond. This can lead to Jasper trusting Steven, seeing how he would show interest in finding the truth behind Pink Diamond's shattering. I think Jasper's just gonna be confused when she's like, wait, Rose, right? Trying to find out who shattered Pink Diamond. You shattered Pink Diamond. But I do agree that Jasper will serve information for Pink Diamond. Now, I'm not sure Steven can even get information out of her current state, even when her mind just gets corrupted. So I feel like her mind and her memories as an extension will be corrupted since he had to recover Centipeetle's memories. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. What do you guys think?
I think Kimberly Brooks is back to voice White Diamond.
What do you really think, Tom? This is the Steven Universe fandom you're messing with.
I'm not here to talk about Paradox.
I think it's a possibility. Like you said, I don't know how that would happen with Jasper being corrupted.
This next theory comes from Hive. I know this is stupid, but maybe Pearl shattered Pink. She's scared to talk about Pink being shattered, and maybe she shapeshifted into Rose to do it for whatever reason. And that's why she doesn't shapeshift anymore. Holy cow, that makes a lot of sense.
That's a classic Roundtable theory that I made literally as soon as Back to the Moon aired.
Did you just put that in there because you wanted to talk about your theory?
No, I did not.
I think that's really solid. You came up with that too?
Yeah, that was
yeah, no, this
but
is good.
I kind of disagree with it now just because I feel like Pearl wouldn't hold that secret from Garnet and Amethyst unless she physically can't talk about it, because there's a theory that Pearl can't talk about certain gem stuff or diamond stuff. But I mean, if it's a plot twist they end up going with, I would not be opposed to it just because, again, I thought of it before, but I would be really iffy on it. I know other people would be really dissatisfied with it.
It'd be an awesome twist.
They're gonna do a flashback episode where Pearl keeps trying to tell them that, and it's like she's like, Garnet, and they're like, what's wrong with you, Pearl?
No, Amethyst is like, dude, I want to do that too.
I like it because it explains so many subtle things, like why she doesn't shapeshift, and why she wouldn't want to talk about it. That's
exactly that's what
solid.
I said. Yeah.
Good job.
But what about the eating?
Did she not eat?
Did she vor Pink Diamond?
Oh no! Stop!
She ate the shards after.
Stop! No!
After she shattered Pink Diamond, she put all the shards in the sandwich and was like, well, bottoms up.
Steven, where's the pepper? But there was no Steven.
Hey guys, you know where Pink Diamond shards are? And Pearl's just like...
She froze up the shards during...
and they form Pink's limbs,
Oh my god.
Right.
Thank you for the theory.
This next one comes from Ian. Ian Thielman, not Ian JQ.
Oh, how do we know though? Let's be real.
What if there are 2 white diamonds? The only reason I even put this out there is because on the Joker Moon password, they pressed a white diamond twice. Not that big of a deal, I just thought it was an interesting idea. Now this is something I actually talked about when Joker Moon aired. I didn't say there were 2 white diamonds, saying that they entered the white diamond symbol twice on the control panel. I think that was just a little way of saying it begins and ends with white diamond. White diamond, it just comes full circle to her.
Or maybe it's because white diamond is trying to remind all the diamonds that she's worth twice as much as them.
True.
Honestly though, I mean, it just seems like it's white diamond's always at the top, right? On that little apex. Yeah, that's probably just it's saying she's the best. Let's go.
Yeah, I can't see there being 2 white diamonds.
I think it'd be really funny.
We've barely even seen one. Slow down, everybody.
It's just a married couple, or they're like, white number 1, did you remember to take out the trash? Oh, you're always nagging me.
Or it'd be I'm White Diamond, this is my brother Eggshell. Hi guys. I swear that's white too. That's what I thought.
It's the 2 boos.
Yeah.
There's an evil boo and the fat boo.
This one comes from Princess Agorium. Yellow Diamond has deeper depression than Blue Diamond due to the fact that she only denied Pink to protect her from what happened to Pink. She blamed herself for the shattering even if she didn't do it deliberately. So basically what this person's saying is that she never wanted to give Pink Diamond power because she was worried of what would happen. And then Pink Diamond got power and she got shattered. So that makes sense. It would make sense Yellow Diamond's more depressed, just masked by anger instead of outright fear.
Yeah,
also,
I can see that.
Blue Diamond needs to get over herself. I mean, I'm kind of like siding on that end.
I feel like Yellow Diamond probably cared a lot about Pink Diamond a lot more, and she lets on in the current timeline.
But do you think she cared more than Blue Diamond, or that her depression is deeper than Blue Diamond?
I mean, I think it's possible because Blue Diamond, I feel like Yellow probably feels a lot more responsible for everything that happened because she was probably the one who was taking on more of the like Pearl type of role and everything, whereas like Blue deeply cared for Pink, but she wasn't investing as much time and effort into her, at least from what we can tell.
I think Yellow will have a bigger breakdown than Blue just because Blue lets everything get to her, but like that's also her letting it out. Like at least she's letting it out. Yellow hasn't let anything out.
And that's probably why Yellow is upset with Blue for like always crying about it, because she's like, you know, I kind of want to cry about it, but like...
You don't see me crying. You're barely aching.
That's actually just
true. It's like, I'm
Dexter
over
in the
here
face.
trying to forget about it, and then you're over here reminding me by crying about it, being sad, having emotions.
I mean, that's just like, that's just the characters. That's actually a really interesting dynamic. I like that. Thank you, Rebecca.
That's what comes from Angel Fire. Maybe White Diamond is actually what you get when Yellow, Blue, and Pink fuse together. It would sort of explain why we haven't seen White yet. I'm just spitballing here. There's a lot of evidence to back up my theory. Alright, so this is a common theory that a lot of people think White Diamond's fusing all the other diamonds, and if you look at the color wheel, like the color wheel that has like yellow, blue, and pink, it's like not the predominant color, primary colors, but one of the colors white is in the center. But it all boils down to the gemstone. The gems are their gemstone place when they fuse. So White Diamond's gemstones are in their head. None of the other diamond gemstones are in their head. So I think that's ultimately it. Plus, just from White Diamond's silhouette, I feel like the other diamonds wouldn't look like that if they fuse.
Alright, but maybe Diamond's gemstones work differently.
No. This next theory comes from the Pop Rockers. The orb on the bases makes sure everything stays together like a power source, and that's why Yellow's colony was all broken. The orb shut down, so they just stopped using it. Or not, I don't know, I just had the first thing in my head. Well, here's the thing with that.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to be the episode where we say, we disagree, but I disagree.
Let us know why.
Yellow Diamond had a colony, but the reason why it was all torn up and everything is just because they drained it of all its resources. So once they were done, they were like, alright, let's just pack up shop and leave, boys. So eventually all the countries eroded away, so I just had a bunch of empty holes, because that's pretty much what the Earth would look like if Pink Diamond was colonization.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way, I think the orb being a power or a source of power is feasible, not just for the whole entire colony.
I mean, yeah, I think like that's what the gems are. They're just like parasites almost. They just take over everything.
Yep.
That's why they're all women, if you know what I mean.
Oh, give me some skin, brother. Got problems with the wife again, Kevin?
Technically, they aren't women, though. Technically, they're agender. We should identify them as women.
Check a load of this, Tumblerina.
Looks like Tumblerina joined the podcast.
That's just how Rebecca Sugar wrote it.
Now leaving Silicon Valley, entering I Don't Care Boulevard.
I'm reciting the canon that Rebecca Sugar wrote.
Is it CW in here, or is it just One Tree Hill?
He's a know-it-all too.
Oh.
Saying this is what Rebecca Sugar said.
Wow. I bet he wears a tie as a belt.
I'm just saying what the creator said.
Who invited Rebecca Sugar to this shooting?
I know, right? You think, we wouldn't let her in.
Yeah.
On account of her women.
Yeah.
ENJQ said
Boys Only
proletariat
Club.
rise. This is from Arisu Fujioka. White Diamond shattered Pink out of jealousy that her plans of colonization were superior to hers. Or, she shattered her in shame as she wasn't like the other diamonds. I also think Yellow might know or suspect that White shattered Pink, but is in denial that she could betray one of their own. I don't think she was jealous. Maybe the second part is true, because she wasn't like the other ones, or she was a runt or whatever. So she was ashamed of Pink Diamond, so she was like, get rid of her, because she's weak.
Yeah, in a moment of shame. And then also pearls belong to White Diamond, right? That's what's implied.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's why like she's so weird about the shattering.
Yeah, and I do think Yellow definitely does know something just because how she was acting towards the end of the trial, but I don't think she was the one who did it because that's too obvious. And I know some people have an issue with White Diamond being the one who shattered Pink because she hasn't been introduced in the story yet, and that feels like contrived poor writing. Who else could it really be? Because they allude to it being a diamond. Yeah, like I said, Yellow Diamond's a red herring. It's too obvious. Blue Diamond clearly is interested in finding out who shattered Pink for herself. So that kind of rules out her too. So it really just kind of leaves White Diamond.
I feel like it kind of undersells Rose, though, if she didn't actually kill Pink Diamond.
Well, how I think it's going to be, I think it's going to turn out that a Diamond was involved. That Diamond could be White Diamond, but Rose still dealt the final blow.
Yeah.
She
like
just had help.
Like a mercenary type deal.
Yeah, because Pink had to listen to someone to stop the palanquin and step outside, someone who could get past her entourage or anything. So Rose could have been with another Diamond and then shattered Pink. And I'm saying, like, just because her Diamond was heavily involved or betrayed Pink doesn't mean Rose didn't have a part to play in this. Because even at the end of the day, Rose was still, like, carried the burden of at least being known as the one who shared Pink Diamond. So either way, she had to be involved somehow at the end of the day.
That's her, like, big leg of credibility, though, is her shattering Pink Diamond, because that's why she was considered a threat. So I feel like if anyone but her shattered Pink Diamond, then the whole rebellion kind of looks like a fraud.
Well, no, because Verkest said Rose was already a recognized threat for thousands of years before Pink was shattered. It's like she had to do something dangerous beforehand.
Then she just became like an actual.
She shattered all the other Pink Diamonds.
Yeah. There's 2 Pink Diamonds.
That's why that one's so small.
Yeah, I'm just imagining it's just like...
Yo, what if... I have a theory right now.
Okay.
What if Pink Diamond was like the other diamonds, but then something happened where she reverted down to like an adolescent form?
I think that'd be interesting.
I mean...
And then she fused together to a big diamond?
Or just like she has to mature back to where she was, or something like
Possibly.
that.
I think the show is wild what it can do.
I know, we can go anywhere. Me and JQ was in an episode, they didn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah, I mean, what would you want him to do? Wes Stevens like, hey, and he's like, sup?
Okay. And then like the next episode he's like KO, and then you put it together and you realize it's just foreshadowing.
Haha. Foreshadowing to another series.
He's playing OKK on the arcade. Oh, just found a storyboard. I just unlocked storyboarder mode. Oh.
Outro.
But that wraps up this episode of Crystal Clear IRL. What are your theories? What do you guys think of the theories that were presented today? Please let us know in the comments section below.
Oh god.
We only have 2 episodes left of this season of Crystal Clear IRL. And after episode 6, it's anyone's guess. Should we make more? That's all up to you guys. But remember, if you want to be involved with the show, if you want your theory shown, you have to download the Stardust app, link in the description, follow us around Roundtable Vids, and tag us in your reactions and theories.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
We love them all.
It's the best way to support this show and keep it going.
Because you're like looking at us. I mean, you admit it. You came here on purpose. As always, I'm RetroNemo.
I'm AwestruckVox.
Say it with me, everyone. Bill.
If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications,
And follow me on Twitter.
and follow Tom on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at Roundtable Vids
Or it's RetroNemo.
or AwestruckVox.
Or at TommyPQM.
Or my YouTube channel, which is RetroNemo.
Or my YouTube channel, which is YouTube.
Goodbye.
I have a DeviantArt.
Bye.